Okay, here we go. Good evening. The Charter Township of Plymouth Board of Trustees regular meeting for Tuesday, February 8th, 2022 will come to order. Mr. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Stewart.
Here.
Trustee Monahan.
Here.
Clerk Vorba here. Trustee Dorshevitz.
Here.
Trustee Kermy is excused. Treasurer Clinton is excused. Supervisor Heising.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Item B1 is the Pledge of Allegiance. Tonight, why don't we have Lieutenant Ryan Krebs lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. All right, so you're probably wondering why we have all of these police officers in the room tonight, and that's because we're going to have some promotion ceremonies. We have Lieutenant Ryan Krebs, who led us in the pledge tonight. We also have Assistant Chief Dan Kudra. Where'd he go?
Right there.
Oh, see, I'm not used to him in the white shirt. He's always wearing something else, so he's undercover. So we're going to have a ceremony for the two of them on the occasion of their promotion.
Back a little bit.
Yeah. So Chief Tidrington, could you come forward and administer this
Thank you.
process?
Thank you, Board. I appreciate it. Assistant Chief Kuja, please come up here if you will. As the Board knows, Assistant Chief John Brothers retired last week after 25 years. He got a job offer with Belfour, and he decided to take it. He was supposed to be here tonight, but in private industry, they really want you to work for a living, so he wasn't able to get away to do this. But when somebody retires in a police department, there's a domino effect, obviously. And tonight you'll see the domino effect taking place. First, I'd like to present to you the new assistant chief in the police department is Dan Kudra. Dan's married to Denise. Denise is not here with us tonight because she's at home with, well, we know what she's at home with, and Dan and Denise have two girls and a boy, Ava, Ellie, and Ethan. And unfortunately, they can't be with us tonight. But fortunately, Dan's parents are here. Ron and Kathy are here with us, and thank you for coming. Dan has a bachelor's degree in public safety from Lake Superior State University. He then went to the police academy at Lake Superior State. He was hired here in Plymouth Township in 2000, and he was promoted to sergeant in September of 2011. Dan has attended Northwestern School of Police's Staff and Command. That was in 2015. And I was happy to promote him in 2018 to lieutenant. He's had just about every assignment that you can have within the police department, including field training officer, training coordinator, field training unit commander, fleet manager, probably the most important job, awards committee chair, recruitment and hiring team leader, and he's currently leading the accreditation team, and we hope to be accredited this year. So it's my pleasure to promote Dan to assistant chief, and I'd like to ask Dan's father to come up, and he's going to, if you really want to get that close to him?
He's got a mask.
Don't touch him if you don't have to.
Don't touch.
No hugs.
Ouch.
He's got a vest on, don't worry about it, just push it in.
Push it all the way in.
All right.
Dan wanted to say a few.
Thank you. Thanks to the chief for putting me on the spot here. I appreciate the chief and all of his guidance and leadership over the years, as well as the team that works for us here, our officers, my sergeants, and my dispatch staff and record staff. Everybody really comes together in a team effort and provides really quality service to the citizens of Plymouth Township. So if it wasn't for all of those folks making those of us at the top look good, well, we wouldn't look very good, and we might not be here being promoted today. So I appreciate the hard work of everybody. Thank you very much.
All right.
Can I have Ryan Krebs come up, please? So Ryan's here this evening with his wife Amber, and Ryan has two boys, Cameron and Evan, who are wave to everybody there, guys, so we know who you are. Like Dan, Ryan graduated from Lake Superior State University in 2001 with a bachelor's degree. He then went to the academy at Lake Superior State. I guess at that time, we didn't hire anybody that went to school south of the bridge, apparently. Ryan was hired probably the same year I got here, I think, in 2001 or just after, maybe the same time, right? Same time. He served in our detective bureau from 2005 to 2011. He was promoted to sergeant in 2014. He attended Northwestern Staffing Command in 2018. And he's, like Assistant Chief Kudra, has held a lot of assignments within the police department, including field training officer, school resource officer, property room, that's our evidence section, and he's also on our accreditation team. So it is with my great pleasure that I'm going to be able to promote Sergeant Krebs to Lieutenant Krebs. Thank you. And I think his wife and the boys are going to pin this badge on him. I failed to mention Ryan's parents are also, Paul and Linda are here, and also his sister. I think his sister's she's taking a photographer. So.
Thank you. As mentioned by Assistant Chief Kudra, we in command really can't do our jobs and look good for the department without the great staff that we have, from the dispatchers to the officers to the record staff. So it is a collective team effort. Moments like these are nice for us, but it's really an opportunity for us to give thanks to our family, because as first responders, our work schedules are not normal, and the things that we deal with are not normal. A special thanks to my wife Amber, my two boys Evan and Cameron, my mom and dad Linda and Paul, and my sister Amy that is here as well. So thank you again.
We had one more promotion to do this evening, but Officer Scott Titterington, no relation, of course, was going to be promoted or has been promoted to sergeant. They welcomed a new baby into their family on Sunday, and they brought the baby home today. So we'll have to get him back for another one of the meetings. So again, I can't thank the board enough for the support that you always provide to the police department, and it's certainly a pleasure working for you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
May we comment before they leave? Real quick?
Well, they're going to go take pictures. We
Yeah,
can,
if you would take pictures. At the
we'll
end,
be
we
okay.
can.
We'll be okay.
I just wanted to thank them.
Well, we know how to clear a room, I guess, eh?
We didn't even get a
All we got is two guys left who want to be appointed to something, so. All righty then. Item C is approval of the agenda.
Mr. Supervisor.
Mr. Clerk.
I move for the approval of the agenda for Tuesday, February 8th, 2022.
Motion's made by Clerk Forva. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Monahan. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, item D, approval of the consent agenda. Comments, questions? We do have Drew Hargrove here, who is from the First Merchants Bank. Very impressive resume, I'd like to have him serving on the DDA. And then we have Gary Heitman, who we all know. And my cover memo regarding Gary speaks for itself. There's no comments or questions, then I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Supervisor.
Motion's made by Trustee Stewart. Is there a second? Second by Trustee Monahan. This will require a roll call vote.
Supervisor Heisey.
Yes.
Trustee Dorchevitz.
Yes.
Clerk Forba, yes. Trustee Monahan.
Yes.
Trustee Stewart.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Next is item E, public comment. Anyone here from the public who's not been appointed to something? Okay, we're going to move on. Item F, new business. So this is the goals priority list. Bob Dorshevitz and I have been putting this together with your input. 6 of the 7 board members responded. Mark's aware of this, but was not able to participate at this time. And Bob put everything together and itemized it and ranked it and put it in a couple different spreadsheets. So again, this document speaks for itself. All it does is rank everything based on the scoring system that we set out to do, which is what we've been doing for at least the last 4 years, maybe 5.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Thank you.
so on that, I would need a motion to receive and file.
Mr. Supervisor.
Clerk?
I move to receive and file the ranking of the goals for 2022.
Motions to receive and file made by Clerk Vorba. Is there a second? Second by Trustee Monahan. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, item 2 is a resolution to Wayne County regarding the Pacer Road Study. So I've asked the township engineers last year to do what's known as a Pacer study, which is an examination of all the roads in the township along with a ranking system. So what you have before you and what you've been presented tonight at the table are 2 different grid documents, one showing the actual Pacer results, and then the other one, which is more of a ranking system. And I think it pretty much confirms what we already know, but you know, if we're gonna make these pitches for road improvements to Wayne County, it's important that we back it up with evidence. Now, the county does their own Pacer studies as well, and I'm sure they have one with our name on it, but we prefer to have one that we were able to control and have our own local input into. So that was our reason for doing that. And that is a document then that we can believe in, we own it, and we can use that now as a planning tool with the county. So the resolution itself references that Pacer study along with a couple other extra furthermores at the end. So one of them is right there, Bob, stop, go up. So that, the second furthermore also singles out Haggerty Road between Ann Arbor Road and Joy, which we all know is very worn out and wavy due to the many years of truck traffic, most of that going into Canton. So with all the new development happening in this area, especially with the Amazon distribution facility, I think it's very important that we extra prioritize Haggerty Road for all the damage that's been done there. And then the other furthermore is a request to use Wayne County's American Rescue Plan Act money. I think they're getting something over $700 million in ARPA money. And if they could just set aside some of that for all the townships to be used in their local roads partnering initiative. I think when Commissioner Daub was here a few weeks ago, she said that they were not going to be doing this for this year. That's really not acceptable. This was a very successful program, at least in Plymouth Township, and we were able to use it to leverage local communities, local HOAs, neighborhoods, projects for road improvement. So it would be very helpful if the county could bring that back. We also still have some roads in Plymouth Township that are still dirt roads and some without curb and gutter. And it's almost financially impossible for those folks to do an SAD. So anything that we can do to offset that cost would be greatly appreciated from our friends at Wayne County. And in essence, that's what the resolution does, and we'll send it to the CEO, Warren Evans, the DPS director, and her staff, and the Wayne County commissioners, Terry Marecki and Melissa Daub.
Mr. Supervisor.
Mr. Clerk?
I move for the Board of Trustees to approve Resolution 2022-02-08-08 as attached hereto and submit to Wayne County.
Motion is made by Clerk Vorba. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Monahan. Any comment? Bob, you okay? Okay. Mr. Clerk, then please take the roll.
Trustee Dorshevitz.
Yes.
Trustee Stewart.
Yes.
Trustee Monahan.
Yes.
Clerk Vorba, yes. Supervisor Heising.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Very good. Any more public comment? Okay, we're going to move on to board comments. Bob, all set? John
Set a
Stewart?
new record.
This may be a record. We'll have to check the record books. Mr. Stewart, don't blow it. No,
But there's always room for gratitude.
yes, sir.
And I am deeply appreciative of our police and fire, and I want to directly comment to both chiefs. I've had 3 police officers stop into my law office this past week. One was retired, and they stayed for at least 20 minutes. I was grateful for that. I think we have an educational purpose and an informative purpose. They're very concerned, let me talk about the police for a second. They're very concerned about the state of mind of our drivers. I'm referring to pandemic alcoholism. I'm referring to the legalization of marijuana. And I'm referring to mental health problems. That this is the condition that they find a driver or have to stop a driver here in Plymouth Township. And the pressures that are on a police officer to deal with a driver like that and to help that person, and most importantly, to keep the rest of us safe and to protect us. So I want to thank you for that service and the intense, here we are hopefully turning the corner on a pandemic. But the nature of my vocation, I'm in my office of 37 years for 9 to 3 every day, and I was grateful that the 3 officers came and talked to me. Quickly, Fire Chief, I'm surprised, and I'm a little concerned at the 5 deaths from heart attacks that we had a run to from the fire department this past month. That is a new all-time high. And I appreciate you and the fire department being prepared to help those of us who are on that edge sometimes. You wonder if you're going to have with our population of those who are having strokes, those who are having heart attacks. I just want to say thank you. So that's, I think we have a role to inform and educate our public as to what's in reality going on out there. Thank you. Nothing more.
Okay. Clerk Vorba.
Yes, as many of us already know, I know that the board and the whole township staff want to express condolences to the family of Ron Edwards, the former treasurer who passed away just last week. And so I know that it's heartfelt that we offer those condolences to his family.
Indeed. Audrey.
I echo the same condolences as Jerry just said on his untimely death, really. Just wanted to congratulate both the chiefs for their awesome work in promoting these gentlemen, and it sounds like they've had lots of experience, and we're looking forward to working with them. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, so my comments for tonight just deal with future board agendas. We're going to meet again on February 22nd. We will have some budget amendments and adjustments from Ginger. We may have the new fire code adoption. I don't know if that is something that we need to do by ordinance. So it's going to be a first and second reading. I don't know if we'll have that. Let's see if we can get that ready by next Wednesday. I don't know. Hopefully we, when do we publish that? Second reading?
Well, you have to publish that you are having the first and second reading. At 7 days.
Then it's published.
You have to put it on the agenda.
Yeah.
And have it posted 18 hours before.
Right, yeah, sure. But we'll hopefully get that done by, for next meeting. We may have amendments to the Inn at St. John's planned unit development agreement. The PUD for the Inn at St. John's, I think it goes back to the 1980s, or at least the early 90s. So as you know, that they're planning to make several improvements to the facility, including a 17,000 square foot ballroom, a new indoor-outdoor wedding and conference facility, a spa, incredible changes to the golf course, and other improvements. So that will all require amendments to the PUD. I don't know if we'll have that ready, just because it's quite extensive, and the engineer's got to look at it, and Laura's got to look at it, Kevin's going to have to look at it, so we'll have to see. And then I know we'll have the annual golf course update with our managers from ADM Ventures. And as you may have heard, I'm thinking like a politician here. We made $86,000 this year in profit at the golf course, so that's a great success story. And
It was actually more than that, that's our take.
well, that's our take, yeah.
Yeah.
So double, whatever that is, double is the overall profit at the golf course for last year. So we'll talk to them and find out how they did it, and then also what some of their capital improvement needs are going to be for the year ahead. And I am hoping that we will get Mark Clinton at that meeting as well.
I believe we will.
Mark was instrumental in getting that golf course crew hired along with Bob Dershevitz. You were very helpful on that. And so we certainly would like Mark to share in the glory of that meeting. Then on March 8th, it's kind of hard to say for sure what we're going to do, but we are going to have a formal public hearing, just like we would for a budget, on the ARPA money, on the American Rescue Plan money. So that would be a way for the public to come in and present us with ideas and suggestions, just like you would at a formal budget hearing. You will also be getting my recommendations and requests prior to that via email, and then we will have a board discussion about what we learned at the public hearing, and also to go over my recommendations. Again, if you have any specific recommendations, please let me know in the weeks ahead. That's all I've got, unless
Question?
anybody else has questions.
I saw the email on, we're getting like 10,000 masks.
Yeah.
So is there a plan for,
N95s.
Yeah, Chief, I don't know. We've also received testing kits. We don't get them on the volume level as other communities do, but we do have them available for employees and first responders, and anybody else, I suppose, if they need it. But
Are
as
they
far as the
available?
masks go, I don't even know if we've received them yet.
I have not seen any email on this.
I think the county has them.
it
county
just came
has
out today, earlier today, but are those available to the public or is those for internal use?
The test kits?
No, the masks.
Oh, masks? To be honest with you, I have not seen this email. I have any.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I just saw the email late this afternoon, and I think it's still in the hands of the county. And really, right now, I don't even know what the future of masks is going to be. States are pulling out of that already, so I don't know where Michigan is going to stand in the next 48 hours or so. Okay, need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by trustee Stewart, is there a second? Second by trustee Monahan, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, we are adjourned.